Standard 7th, Subject Maths, Chapter 10, Banks and Simple Interest, Practice Set 41. In this practice set, we are going to use the same two formulas which we used in the earlier practice set. That is, interest is equal to P into R into T upon 100 and amount is equal to principal plus interest. So let us begin with practice set 41, question number 1. If the interest on rupees 1700 is rupees 340 for 2 years, the rate of interest must be dash. So now we have to find the rate of interest. So you will see the only difference in practice set 40 and 41 is in practice set 40 you are finding interest and amount. In practice set 41 you will be asked to find out any of the things in the sum like rate of interest or number of years. So accordingly you will have to substitute the values in the same formula and find out the answer for whichever part of the question asked. So here we have been asked rate of interest. So we will use the same formula. Interest is equal to P into R into T upon 100 and find out the rate of interest. When you solve, you will find out that the rate of interest is 10%. How do we do that? Let's have a look. Total interest, that is I, is equal to P into R into T upon 100. Interest is given as 340. So we write 340 is equal to interest on rupees 1700 means 1700 is our principal. So we substitute the value of P as 1700 into R. R we don't know, so we write R as it is into T. Time is given 2 years. So substitute 2 upon 100. Now leaving R, all the other values we will have to take the other side. So 340 into 100 upon 1700 into 2 is equal to R. And when you solve, you get your answer R is equal to 10%. So this way, same formula for interest we have used and we have substituted the values which are given in the question. So in the question we have our interest given, principal is given and time is given. We have found out the value for R using the very same formula. Interest is equal to P into R into T upon 100. Question number 2. If the interest on rupees 3000 is rupees 600 at a certain rate for a certain number of years, what would the interest be on rupees 1500 under the same conditions? Now this is a sum of direct proportion which you have learned in the earlier chapter. Now here the number of years is constant for both the situations. So in the first case, the interest is rupees 600 on the principal rupees 3000 and the certain rate of interest and number of years both are constant. So what would be the interest on rupees 1500 under the same condition? Means we have got 600 rupees on principal rupees 3000, interest of 600. So if a principal is now 1500, exactly half of 3000, means interest will also be half of 600 is 300. That means the correct option is 300, option A. How do we solve it? We can take the sum in proportion. Let's have a look. Solution is A, rupees 300. The interest on rupees 3000 at certain rate of interest is rupees 600. Let us suppose that the interest on rupees 1500, the other principal, at the same rate is X. So now we take the direct proportion ratio. 600 upon 3000 is equal to x upon 1500. Interest next to each other and principal is in the denominator. Now cross multiply. X is equal to, you will cross multiply 600 into 1500 upon 3000. So you will get your answer as 300 when you solve it. So this way we know that the interest on rupees 1500 would be rupees 300, given the same rate of interest and same number of years. Okay. Question number 3. Javed deposited rupees 12,000 at 9 PCPA in a bank for some years and withdrew his interest every year. At the end of the period, he had received altogether rupees 17,400. For how many years had he deposited his money? So here we have to find the number of years. What is given to us? Principal, rate of interest and total amount we have. So let's have a look at the solution. P is equal to rupees 12,000, R is equal to 9 PCPA and amount is equal to rupees 17,400. Amount is equal to principal plus interest. Therefore, 17,400 is equal to 12,000 plus interest. Now we have substituted the values whichever we have in the formula for amount so that we can find the interest. So interest is equal to, you will have to subtract from 17,400, we subtract 12,000 and the interest that we get is rupees 5,400. Now we will use the formula for total interest, which is equal to P into R into T upon 100 and substitute the values. Total interest is 5,400, which is equal to principal is 12,000 into rate of interest is 9 into T. We don't know, so we keep T as it is upon 100. Now, keeping T on one side, shift all the other values to the other side. So you get T is equal to 5,400 into 100 upon 12,000 into 9. Reduce the number of zeros. Okay. 3 zeros are in the denominator, so you can reduce 1, 2 and 3 zeros here. Third zero from 5,400. And when you divide 540 by 9, you will get answer as 5. So T is equal to 5 years. Therefore, Javed had deposited the amount for 5 years. So the same formulas you have to use and substitute the given values and find the answer of the remaining value. Okay. Question number 4. Lataben borrowed some money from a bank at a rate of 10 PCPA interest for 2.5 years to start a cottage industry. If she paid rupees 10,250 as total interest, how much had she borrowed? We have to find here how much she had borrowed, means the principal is missing. We have R, we have T and we have I. So let's use the formula. Solution. Here R is equal to 10 PCPA, T is equal to 2.5 means 2.5 years, I is equal to rupees 10,250. So total interest formula is equal to P into R into T upon 100. 10,250 is equal to P into 10 into 2.5 upon 100. P we keep as it is, remaining values you shift to the other side and you will get P is equal to 10,250 into 100 upon 25. So P is equal to rupees 45,000. Okay, so this way we have got the value of P, which is the principal. Therefore, Lataben had borrowed an amount of rupees 41,000 from the bank. Question number 5. You have been given a table and you have to fill in the blanks in the table. Principal, rate of interest, time, interest and amount. Some things are missing. You have to find out the answer for the missing part. So let's have a look at the first sum. Principal is given, R, rate of interest is given, T, time is given. We can easily find interest and later we will find the amount using both the formulas. So let's have a look at the solution. Interest is equal to P into R into T upon 100 is equal to, substitute the given values, 4200 into 7 into 3 upon 100. When you calculate, you get 0 gets cancelled, these two zeros, and 42 into 7 into 3 will give you 882. That is our interest. So one answer we got, interest is equal to rupees 882. Next answer we want is amount. So write down the formula for amount. Amount is equal to principal plus interest. Amount is equal to, principal is 4200 plus 882 interest we found out just now. So rupees 5082 is your total amount. So let's fill up in the table. Rupees 882 is the interest and rupees 5082 is the total amount. Second sub question we have here. Principal is missing, rate of interest, time and interest is given and amount is missing. So now in such condition we will have to first use which formula? Can we use the formula for interest and find the principal? Yes, P into R into T upon 100 and later on we will find the amount. So let's use the formula. Interest is equal to P into T, R into T upon 100. 1200, which is the interest, substitute, is equal to P into 6 into 4 upon 100. Once you substitute the values, you will keep P one side and shift the other quantities. 100 will be multiplied and 6 into 4 will be divided. So this way you get your P is equal to rupees 5000. Once you get your principal, you can easily find the amount. Amount formula is principal plus interest is equal to 5000 plus 1200, which is equal to rupees 6200. So let us fill the answers in the table. P is equal to rupees 5000 for second sum and amount is equal to rupees 6200. So you can draw one table in your notebook and keep on filling the answers as you solve the sums below it. Question number 3. Now, in the third question, we don't know the time. We have to find the time here and we have to find the amount here. So same formula we'll use. Total interest is equal to P into R into T upon 100. So substitute the values. 800 is equal to 8000 into 5 into T upon 100. Keeping T one side, shift the other quantities to the left hand side. 800 into 1000 upon 8000 into 5 is equal to T. Now reduce the three zeros and find the answer. You will get T is equal to 2 years. Now we will find the amount. Using the formula, amount is equal to principal plus interest is equal to 8000 plus 800 is equal to 8800. So let us substitute the values, write the values in the table. That is T is equal to 2 years and amount is equal to 8800. So here we have T is equal to 2 years for third question and amount is equal to 8800. Now two more questions are left. Let's start with sub question 4. Amount is equal to principal plus interest. Now why we have taken the amount formula first? Let's see. Let's have a look at the question. In the question we can see principal is missing and time is missing. If we use the interest formula first, we can't find the values, substitute these two values in it. So it will be not possible to find time and principal both at the same time using interest formula. But using interest formula, amount formula, which is already given, we can find the principal because amount is equal to principal plus interest. Interest is already there, amount is also there. Only principal is not here. So we can find the principal using amount formula first. Hence we will use amount is equal to P plus I 18,000 is equal to 6,000 plus P. Okay. So amount is equal to principal plus interest. 18,000 is equal to principal, we don't know, so as it is, plus interest is 6,000. So principal is equal to 18,000 minus 6,000 gives us 12,000. So this way you have to use a suitable formula first. Sometimes you will have to use interest formula first and later amount, and in such conditions where we have to find principal, amount and interest is given, then you will use amount formula first. So with practice you will come to know which formula has to be used first. Next, total interest is equal to a formula P into R into T upon 100. 6,000 is equal to 12,000 into 5 into T upon 100. Shift all the quantities to the other side. So you get T is equal to 6,000 into 100 divided by 12,000 into 5. Reduce the number of zeros first and then calculate. You will get T is equal to 10 years. So this way we got principal first and then we got time. Let's fill up the blanks in the table. Principal is equal to rupees 12,000 and time is equal to 10 years. So this way we completed question number 4. Now let's have a look at question 5. Rate of interest, time and interest is given. So we can easily find principal with the help of which formula? Yes, interest formula will be used first, because in the interest formula we have to use principal, rate of interest, time and interest. 3 quantities are already here down, only one is missing. So that missing quantity we can easily find out, that is principal, using interest formula. So let's have a look. R is equal to 2.5% is equal to 2.5%. Total interest is equal to P into R into T upon 100. So substitute the values. 2400 is equal to P into 2.5 into 5 upon 100. Now, whenever you have to remove the decimal point, we will have to take that many number of zeros in the denominator as many digits after the decimal point. So 2.5 will become 25 upon 10. That's how we get 100 into 10 here. So 2400 is equal to P into 25 into 5 upon 100 into 10. This 2.5 we have converted it into 25 upon 10. Now shift all the values to the left except for P. So P is equal to 2400 into 10 into 100 upon 25 into 5. P is equal to rupees 19,200. Now we got the value of principal. So we can easily find the amount. Amount is equal to principal plus interest is equal to 19,200 plus 2,400 is equal to rupees 21,600. So this way we have completed question 5, where we have found out the principal and the amount. So let's write principal is equal to rupees 19,200, amount is equal to rupees 21,600. So this way we have completed question number 5 as well as practice set 41. Do practice the sums in your notebook. Stay safe, keep learning, and thank you.